G'day everyone, welcome to Northmead on Sunday the 5th of February, the second last of the regular rounds. Apologies for the little bit of a delay in getting this stream up and running, but we are here in the top of the second with young Damien Wilson on the mound for Baulkham Hills, facing the Canterbury Vikings. I'll just take everyone around the field. We've got Damien on the mound, throwing to young Hayden Purchase behind the dish. First base we have Phil Ardill. Second base Cody Packer. Shortstop is Jet Watson. Third base is Chris Ings. In patrolling the outfield, left field we have Adrian Hamley. Centre field Rowan Wood, and in right field Nick Tolmie. Batting now we've got Ian Hassang. Takes low. Count now is 2-2. We don't have any score right now. Good tight game. Baulkham Hills are really trying to win this one today to secure a place in the playoffs for third grade. Held up on that high fastball. And Canterbury looking to spoil Baulkham Hills' fun today. After an upset yesterday in the under-18s. Under-18s went down 4-2 to the Vikings in a fighting finish by the Vikings. And there's a strike right at the knees. Thank you very much. That was a good pitch there. One away here in the top of the second. Young Damien coming off an excellent series in the Australian Youth Championships, playing in the under-16 New South Wales Metro team. Actually taking away the golden arm. Pitching a little high. He took out the golden arm trophy at the under-16 Youth Championship. Brilliant for this young lefty. Another one just up and out of the zone. A gorgeous day down here at Northmead Reserve. The sun is out. It's very bright, but a beautiful clear day for baseball. Damien just struggling to find the zone in this at-bat, but it's early in the game. And not sure where that one was. Possibly, yeah, umpire's signalling low. Not quite there. So walk issued by Damien. He did have a runner on in the first innings who was cut down off a very good pick-off move from Damien to the first baseman out to shortstop for the tag out at second. We've now got Ross Bailey at bat. Pick-off attempt. Back fairly easily. They've obviously learned from that first innings. Damien gets a signal. And there's a pitch in for a strike. And another pitch in for a strike. Nice one straight over the plate. Good job there by Hayden to really hold that ball there for the umpire to have a good look. And another pick-off attempt. Just keeping that runner in check. As the runners getting their signals. A big fly ball there. Nick Tolmy's under that one. And takes a fairly easy catch out in right field. 2 away. So that was Ash Hapgood. I do apologise for that, viewers. The first batter did go down on strikes. This is Nathan Ward at bat. And a bit of pass ball there. I believe Hayden not quite getting hold of the ball. Allows Ross to take off and steal second base. Another ball escapes Hayden. And Vikings have got a runner standing on third. In for a nice strike, just beating the batter there. And another swinging strike. Count goes to 2-2. 2 out. Let's see how the young fella deals this pitch. And called. Ball on the outside. And just a word from our sponsors while we go to the middle of the second innings. Righto, welcome back to the bottom of the second innings. Baulkham Hills with Adrian Hamley in the box. And sees a ball low. On the mound for the Vikings is Daniel Cruz. Throwing to Jacob Richards at catcher. Called strike on the knees. Going around the infield, we have at first base, we've got Nathan Ward. Second base is Ross Bailey. Third base is Ash Hapgood. And shortstop is Scott Sloan. Patrolling the outfield, left field, we've got Wes Novak. Adrian just holds up on that one, just on the outside of the plate. Centre field is the lead off, Ben McWilliams, and right field is Zach Small. Hard ground ball to the shortstop who gets under his feet. Error there at shortstop allows Adrian to get on base. Let's see what Baulkham Hills can do with that. Young Jet Watson, the shortstop, left-handed hitter. Throws right though. Part of the under-18 squad playing up here in third grade today. Takes a strike. Be interested to see how the scorers called that one for Adrian Hamley. I might just check Game Changer to see if I was right. Jet leaves that one high. And yes, they did score it an error. Sorry, Adrian. No hit on that one, mate. Pick off attempt over to first. Adrian's back in time. This is another ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. A big swing, fouls the ball back. Take the count to 2-2. This is a very much a must-win by Baulkham Hills today. I'm just taking a look at the standings, and Canterbury and Baulkham Hills are sitting 4 and 5 respectively. Having both played 12 games, this is the 13th game of the season. Baulkham Hills at an even 500 and Canterbury at 625. That foul leaves the count at 2-2. And fouls another one off, a slower pitch. Able to keep his hands back. Put the ball out of play. Foul tip catches the catcher right in the mask. Just shook him a little bit. But good that Jet got a little bit of bat on that one. Stays alive to see another pitch. Umpire there just giving the catcher just a little bit of time to shake that one off. There's a ball high. Count goes to 3-2. None out at the moment. Not sure if you can hear it, but the Baulkham Hills dugout is certainly alive and working to encourage the hitters. Another pick-off attempt. Adrian back in plenty of time. And a ball puts Jet on base and moves Adrian over to second. Runners on 1 and 2 with the first baseman Phil Ardill coming up to bat. Just based on the game changer stats, Phil's currently hitting .321. Takes a strike. And Phil's got 4 RBIs this season so far. Let's see if he can increase that here. And puts the bunt down. Throws the ball away. A beautiful bunt by Phil. Scores a runner. Jet's coming in. And a number of errors by Canterbury. See 2 runs come across with Phil advancing to third base on the throwing error. Back to the catcher. A beautifully executed bunt. And with the speed of Jet Watson coming around from first base to score. Once again, I'm going to be interested to see how the scorers call that one. Now stepping up, number 11, the catcher, Hayden Purchase. Having a beautiful season and drives the ball as a line drive into right field, easily scoring Phil Ardill. Off the first pitch, kept his hands in on that one nicely. Just punched it out of the infield. Now to bat is the designated hitter, Jeremy Bylighter. And Jeremy takes a strike. Basically through the middle of the strike zone, that one. Nice and patient. And pick-off attempt, seeing if Hayden was asleep, but he wasn't out there, which is good. Gets back in time. Vikings obviously know this is a must-win game for them. And a foul back and out of play. Count goes to 2 strikes on Jeremy. Last time these 2 teams met, it was a very high-scoring game. I believe it was 14-11 was the final score. Someone will probably be able to correct me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it was that. It was a very, very high run score from both sides. Another pick-off attempt on Hayden. Gets himself dirty and back on base. A little bit of chatter about the pitcher not coming to a stop. And Jeremy gets called out on strikes. That's the first out of the innings. Bringing the right fielder Nick Tolmie to bat. And Nick chops one foul to the right-hand side. Another pick-off attempt. Just trying to keep Hayden in check there at first base. He's a young fella, got a bit of speed on him too. Nick takes a strike. Goes to 2 strikes. Only with 1 out though. Still got some time to score more runs. Check swing foul. Keeps himself alive. Slower ball. Just above the strike zone there for Nick. From my vantage point, I believe that was a good call. Just up, just above the strike zone for Nick. And a light line drive to the first baseman with Hayden running. Gets 2 out to end the innings with Baulkham Hills getting 3 across. welcome back to the top of the third innings. We've got Zach Small, the right fielder, at bat, and takes a strike across the knees. Always good to start with a strike. And Zach takes a ball to even the count at 1-1. And a pop-up. That's going to go out of play. Off to the right-hand side. With a count of 1-2 now on the batter. And a ball. Zach lays off. Count goes to 2-2. Drives the ball into right field with a speedy Nick Tolmie tracks that one down for the first out of the innings. Bringing the catcher, Jacob Richards, into the box. Jacob takes a ball high. Just down and in for a second ball. Damien taking a few moments to just reset himself. And a brilliant pickup by Chris Ings over there at third base. And a very quick release over to Phil with a great stretch just to get Jacob out for the second out of the innings. A very good play by Baulkham Hills there. Good work on both corners. Takes us back to the top of the order for Ben McWilliams, centre fielder. Inside for ball one. A pop up into centre field. Easy catch for Rowan Wood to end the innings with no score. And we're back at Northmead for the bottom of the third innings. And Daniel just finishing up his warm-up pitches. Back to the top of the order with Rowan Wood. Rowan hit a grounder to second base in the first innings. Rowan's settling himself into a good position out there in centre field for third grade, having started pitching earlier in the season. And just chops one foul down the right field line. Good aggressive batting getting after that first pitch. Looks like Baulkham Hills are really in the mood to hit the baseball today, which is good. And fouls another ball back. Out of play. Out of 2 strikes. Takes a ball outside. Takes another ball outside. Count evens at 2-2. Very patient there from Rowan. Waiting for the pitch he likes. Slower pitch, lifted into centre field. And caught out there by Ben McWilliams. One away for Baulkham Hills. Bringing the third baseman Chris Ings up to bat. Chris hit a big fly ball to left field in the first innings. And takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Fouls a fastball. Back. For 2 strikes. And chops a ball to the second baseman for an easy out. Throw over to Nathan Ward at first base. 2 away for Baulkham Hills, bringing Cody Packer up to the plate. Seems Daniel is utilising that slower pitch quite effectively. Getting the Baulkham Hills guys just to ground that ball to the infield. Cody taking a strike on the knees. Sees a ball low. Cody lifts the ball out of play to the right and drops down just in front of the clubhouse for a foul, taking the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Cody, it's on base. Very nearly 9-3. He had a good attempt by the right fielder. And the throw was just a little wild. Backed up there nicely by Daniel. Make sure the ball didn't get away. Cody on base with a single. Bringing Adrian Hamley to the plate. Adrian got on base through an error. See if he can keep the innings alive here. There's a passed ball, allowing Cody to trot over to second base, opening up first base and putting himself in scoring position. Adrian drops one into shallow centre field. Cody being waved around by Josh Bramley there, the coach at third base, to score the fourth run for Baulkham Hills. Adrian very cleverly trying to draw the throw over to second base to allow Cody to come across the plate. Very good baseball there. Inning stays alive. With Jet Watson back up the plate. Jet walked last at bat. Sees a ball on the outside. Jet coming around to score in the last innings. Jet lifts one to shortstop. Didn't quite get a hold of that one. Just popped it up to end the innings. We'll see you in a few minutes. And we are back to the top of the fourth innings with Scott Sloan. A shortstop at bat, takes a ball outside. Ball high. There's a called strike. Nice pitch there. Not sure that Scott was too happy with that one. And he swings and fouls one back. Take the count to 2-2, I believe. Scoreboard's only showing 1 and 2. I was right. Umpire just called 2-2. And gets a swing. And a miss with Hayden very sure behind the plate there. 1 away. First pitch in there for Wes Nowak. There's a strike. A slower delivery. Wes reaches out, just pops it foul to the right-hand side. 2 strikes on him. Wes pushes another ball foul. Back behind first base. Good attempt there by Phil Ardill to get to the ball with Nick Tolmie coming in to try and back him up, but the ball just went just that little bit too far. Wes stays alive with 2 strikes. And a short ball. Drops into no man's land. For a single. Troy Keane, the manager today, just going out to check on Nick Tolmie. Just making sure his right fielder is doing all right out there. Everything appears to be okay, which is good. We now have left-hander Yuan Sang at bat. Takes a ball low. Ewan called out on strikes. His first at bat. Damien just keeping Wes in check at first base. Looks like we have a pinch runner in. For Wes. A steal attempt. Actually gets the runner across. Baulkham Hills a little bit disappointed with the call from the field umpire, Don Washburn. The runner standing at second. And a called strike. Takes the count to 1-1. And Sang pops one into left field. And the speedy pinch runner. Let's see if I can find the details of this young man. Comes around to score. There's young Lachlan West. Catcher for the Vikings under-18 side. Also played in the New South Wales under-16 Metro side. Damien back to work. Puts a strike straight in there for Ross Bailey. Ross pops one up on the infield. And Jet Watson called off by the left fielder Adrian Hamley. Coming very hard to take the catch. Good call there, I think, with Jet moving backwards on the ball. And Adrian coming in, having a good view of it. That's 2 out. Ashley Hapgood up for his second at-bat, takes a ball high. She takes a second ball inside. And Damien gets another one to pop up. With Cody Packer shielding his eyes from the very bright sun to make the last out of the innings. One run across. Right, back to the bottom of the fourth. With Phil Ardell at bat taking a strike. A couple of fielding changes. Wes Novak has gone to the bench. The catcher, Jacob Richards, has moved out to left field, and young Lockie West has come in to catch. Very versatile young man. Phil seeing a ball low. And popping one up on the infield to be caught by the shortstop, Scott Sloan. Bringing Hayden Purchase up to bat. Daniel really utilising that slower delivery to good effect, with Hayden taking a strike. Hayden just chasing a high ball, taking it to 2 strikes. Hayden lining the ball to second base. Couldn't quite glove that one. Dropping the ball and being unable to recover to pick the ball up. Getting Hayden on base. Another nice piece of opposite field hitting from Hayden. Baulkham Hills now have a base runner. Just checking on the second baseman, appeared to hit the ground. He's signalling he's all right. His coach is just checking on him. Everything's good. Bringing Jeremy Bylighter up to bat. Pulls one foul down the left field line. And Hayden's at bat was scored as a hit, single to second baseman. It was a tough ball to take. Not an unreasonable call by the scorers. That sinking line drive. Jeremy sees the ball high with a back pick from Lachlan West, trying to get Hayden at first base, but he was back, standing up easily. A swing there by Jeremy, with Hayden stealing a high throw from Lachlan. Sees Hayden get to second base easily. Jeremy with a 1-2 count. And 1 out. Let's see if we can produce a run here. Time called by Jeremy in the box, just to settle things down. The outfielder spread out fairly wide. And a fly ball sees the left fielder, Jacob Richards, take a catch for the second out. There's a good positioning there by the left fielder, just keeping himself patrolling closer to the line for that ball. Could easily have scored a run had that gotten down. Nick Tolmie up at bat. Nick seems all right. Good aggressive swing there on that first pitch. Nick seems all right after that check on him by Troy Keane in the last innings. And a back pick by the pitcher to the shortstop. Doesn't quite hold the ball, but Hayden back in, getting himself dirty, really making the pitcher work hard. Swing and a miss by Nick. Hayden is taking a good aggressive lead out there at second base. Certainly looking to score on a hit to the outfield. And it goes after another high strike to end the innings. And we're back to the top of the fifth innings. The game is moving ahead at a good pace today. We're started a little bit early today, so probably an hour and coming up on an hour and a quarter into the game. Damien back on the mound for his fifth inning of work. Doing a great job, the young fella. Baulkham Hills very keen to back him up in this very important game today. Coming up to bat at the top of the fifth, the first baseman, Nathan Ward. Nathan was called out on strikes in the first innings. And sees a ball past the top of the strike zone. Good swing and fouls the ball back. And a slower delivery. Does get Nathan chasing. It fouls the ball back for 2 strikes. Count goes to 1 and 2. Damien gets his sign. Just tips that one back just out of Hayden's mitt to stay alive. Another slower delivery, fouled back and out of play. Another ball for some of the young kids here today to go and chase and bring back. A full day of baseball here today. All 3 grades, 3rd grade on now, 2nd grade starting around midday. And Nathan seeing a fastball up high, evening the count at 2 and 2. Chases another ball, fouls it off, out to the right-hand side. A good at-bat. Working to make contact on those pitches that he sees as strikes, fouling them off. And a slower pitch. Sees a ball lifted into left field for a can of corn for Adrian Hamley. 1 away for the Vikings. Once again bringing the right fielder, Zach Small, to the plate. Zach hit a good ball out into that right centre field gap, tracked down by Nick Tolmie. It looks like there is a change out in right field. Yes, Lachlan McDonald has come on for Nick Tolmie, and a very nice strike for Damien to start the at-bat. Yeah, Lachlan McDonald taking Nick Tolmie's spot, patrolling right field. Another pitch just on the inside corner. Gets Damien well ahead with young Zach seeing himself in a little bit of a hole. And a ball just outside. Good pitch. Good selection to try and get the swing. Very patient by Zach though. A faster pitch delivery, fouled away. Out of play and out of the precinct too, just bouncing off a tree into one of the houses behind us. Count stays at 1 and 2. Damien working, and Zach just pops that one into centre field, that slower pitch delivery. Way to keep his hands back on that one. Get on base. Bringing Jacob Richards up to the plate with 1 out. Damien still pitching nicely, nice and aggressively. Put that one high. And lifts that ball into that left centre field gap. Nicely controlled there by Rowan to take control of that catch with Rowan and Adrian converging on it. 2 away for the Vikings, still with a runner on first, bringing Ben Williams up to bat. Damien just keeping young Zach in check there at first base. Ben got on base in the first innings, a high pop-up that the infield couldn't control. And sees a ball just up out of the zone. Called strike on the inside corner. Good pitch there by young Damien. And a ball lifted into right field. Young Lachlan has dropped the ball. That sun is a little bit tough out there. And an unfortunate error. Gets Zach around to second base. Good running, good base running to continue to run. With Scott Sloan, the shortstop, coming up to bat. Baulkham Hills needing 1 out to close the innings out. Trying to do that here without any further runs to keep a good 3-run lead. Oh, a fake bunt. Takes a strike across the knees just to see what the Baulkham Hills infield are going to do. And the runner goes. On a protection swing there. Has 2 runners now in scoring position. Scotty Sloan with 2 strikes on him. And a swing and a miss to end the innings. A very good pitch there. Nice fastball. We'll go to a break and we'll see you in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, it's all right. Same bloke. It's all right. It's all good. Sorry, guys. Just checking something there. Back to the bottom of the 5th innings with Daniel Cruz still on the mound. And Rowan Wood leading off. Drives the ball nicely into centre field for a single. Again, Baulkham Hills batting very aggressively here, which is good to see. Keeping their finals hopes alive. Yeah, Chris Ings with a job to do to move Rowan across. And a pick-off attempt gets him leaning the wrong way. And he is tagged out. A good move there by Daniel. Unfortunately picked Rowan off. One away for Chris Ings here. And again using that slower pitch. But again Chris just pops it into left field. He's on base. All right. Cody Packer. 1 for 2 today. A single to right field and a run. That was in the 3rd innings. Takes the ball. Oh, the umpire's calling a dead ball there. I'm not sure why that was, folks. I'm not sure what's going on here. Manager Troy Keane coming out to talk to the umpire to find out what was going on. The umpire is calling that a dead ball. I'm not sure why, folks. Whether the plate umpire was not quite ready. We are now ready to play. All right, 1 strike on Cody. And a ground ball induces a double play. Very well done there by the Vikings. We do have a couple of other changes. We've got Ethan Toone coming into first base. I'll get the other changes for you a little bit later. Welcome back to Northmead Reserve on this absolutely glorious Sunday morning. We're heading into the top of the 6th innings with Baulkham Hills having a 4-1 lead over Canterbury Vikings. Got a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Sukins, taking over from Damien Wilson. Pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball, facing Lachlan West. Lockie, young under-18 player with the Vikings, stepping up and taking a ball high. Dealing a strike. Count now at 1-1. We have had a couple of changes in the Vikings lineup. Nathan Ward has gone to the bench and Ethan Toon has come in to replace him at first base. Lockie takes a ball high. We're now around an hour and 40 minutes into this game. There you go, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Lachlan here. Way to come back for Nick. And lifts the ball into shallow right field, and it drops. Again, that sun, very difficult to contend with out there on the right-hand side of the field. Gets Lachlan on base with a single. It is very tough looking up into that sun with that ball flying up. Cody doing his best to try and protect his eyes there, but just couldn't get onto the ball. Ewan Hassang back up at bat. Nick turns with a pick-off attempt to keep Lachlan, speedy little Lachlan, in check. Sang gets his sign. Nick sets. Taking a ball high. Very aggressive swing, good aggressive swing. Fouls the ball off the left-hand side. Chase for some of the young kids. Get that ball and bring it back. Pick-off attempt in the dirt. Very well corralled there by Phil Ardill at first base to keep the ball in his mitt. Did try a little fake play. Try to get Lachlan to get up and run. But Lachlan being very careful. Sang chases a high ball out into left field. For a catch there by Adrian Hamley. One away here on the top of the 6th. Brings Ross Bailey up to the plate. Ross walked his first at bat. see how he handles the right-hander. Another pick-off attempt in the dirt. Just keeping Lockie West in check. Lockie had a good AYC campaign, actually. Didn't do a great deal of catching. Spent a lot of his time out in left field. Very versatile. Nick deals and gets Ross to chase a high ball for a strike. Ross not very happy with himself. Ross checks up. Baulkham Hills looking for a foul ball on that one. Troy Keane just asking the umpires just to have a bit of a chat. It was called foul. Now the Vikings coach just asking about what's going on. That's a call. Ross not happy with that. Takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Ross held up on that other high fast ball. Not going to make that same mistake twice of chasing that one. Ross takes that one just off the thigh. Nick just a little wayward on that pitch. Now with 2 runners on, 1 out. Now with Ashley Hapgood at the plate. Good attempt at a pick off. Lachlan does get his hand back in there. Good call there by Don Washburn. Very good try there by Nick and the shortstop Jet Watson. Try and keep Lachlan from scoring. Ashley fouls that one off to the right-hand side. Ashley sees a ball. Bit of attention here. Only 2 guys on base. Baulkham Hills still with a 3-run lead. Nick settling himself. Getting after the batter. Just throwing the ball inside. Very good back pick attempt there by Hayden. However, Ross got back in time. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Ashley flying out both of his previous at-bats. Count now 3-1. Nick in a little bit of trouble. Let's see how the young fella handles this. Another fly ball drops into right field. Some interesting base running there by Ross Bailey. Single there to Ashley, gets him on base, puts runners all around. Just that one dropped in. Yeah, pitching coach Christian Folletic just having a quick chat with Nick Sukins. Settling the righty down. Baulkham Hill still with a chance to get out of this innings if they can turn a double play or get the next couple of batters out without runs coming across. Stepping up into the plate is Ethan Toon, taking over from Nathan Ward at first base for the Vikings. Hayden taking a little bit of control of the infield here, making sure everyone knows where they're playing the ball. Ethan takes a ball up and in. Sees a ball down, 2 balls. Nick gets a strike, just on the inside part of the plate, upper part of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike on Ethan. Sees a ball up, 3 balls and 1 strike. Another off-speed pitch gets Ethan to chase. Taking the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still only with 1 out. Ball down and in. Sees all the runners move around, scoring Lachlan West. Taking the score to 4-2. Vikings still with only 1 out. Manager calling for time. Welcome back to Northmead. Just a little break there. Change of pitching. Nick just having a little bit of trouble with control. Manager Troy Keane has gone to hard-throwing left-hander Ethan Treble to come up onto the mound, and has also taken the opportunity to make a small change in the field. Once again in right field, Grant Stevenson taking over from Lachlan McDonald, patrolling that right field zone. Stepping up to the plate is Zach Small. Very tense situation here. 4-2 ball game, 1 out. Runners on all bases. And Ethan puts a strike in there. Ball high. Nicely taken by Hayden Purchase there behind the plate. Yeah, good job back there. It's turning out to be a very warm day. Ethan putting another strike in there. Zach didn't want a piece of that one. Falling behind at 1 and 2. Just sees a ball down just below that strike zone. Still at 2 and 2 though. 2 strikes on him. And a swing and a miss. See Zach go down on strikes. That's 2 out. 1 run across in this innings. Bringing Jacob Richards up to the plate. Jacob 0 for 2 today. With a ground out and a fly out. Takes a ball low. The Vikings dugout has certainly come alive here. With a sense of possibly scoring some runs to get back into this game. Good swing, fouled back. Just out of Hayden Purchase's mitt. Ball inside. A pass ball gets away from Hayden and scores the runner. Very quick move there. From Ross to make it in. Ash Hapgood follows that run. Ends up at third base. That's Cameron Stewart has just come in as a pinch runner for Ethan. More than likely taking over the first base duties. Cam Stewart, first baseman for the Vikings under-18s team, making the final out yesterday. Coach obviously taking some time to just make that small change on the base paths. And a ball. Puts Jacob on base. Fills the bases again. Back to the top of the lineup for Ben Williams. One for three today. Ethan starts off nicely with a strike. Get that first pick strike. That's a good mental advantage for a pitcher. Misses with that one. Not sure the Baulkham Hills dugout agreed with that. And still with a bit of work to do from Baulkham Hills to get out of this innings. Ethan nicely spotting that one in the bottom inside corner of the plate to put two strikes on Ben. Sees a ball down and in. Bring the count to 2-2. Certainly a lot of noise coming from the Vikings dugout now. And the big fly ball out to right field. Grant Stevenson very sure there. Taking that catch to end the innings. 2 runs come across. The score is 4-3. Welcome back to Northmead. A couple of changes for the Vikings. The shortstop, Scott Sloan, has come in to pitch. Vikings have taken the opportunity to take the DH out of the lineup, moving Daniel Cruz, the pitcher, for the first 5 innings, over to shortstop. Cam Stewart, who was the pinch runner for Ethan Toone in the last innings, has moved over to first base. Leading off for Baulkham Hills this innings is Adrian Hamley, the left fielder. Taking a strike. We have about 12 or 13 minutes left to point where we don't start a new innings, so it's likely we may see another innings. Unless Baulkham Hills can score some runs here. Adrian very patient at the moment, seeing 2 balls low and inside. Count currently at 2-1. Seeing another ball inside. Very patient. Certainly wanting to hit, but choosing his pitches very carefully. And grounds a ball back to the pitcher, Scott Sloan, for an easy throw over to Cam Stewart. One away. Jet Watson stepping into bat. Jet walked in his first innings and came around to score on his first at bat. That was the second innings. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Lots of encouragement coming from the Baulkham Hills dugout. It's a very close game. Just missing outside to the left-hander. And Jet hits a sinking line drive past the shortstop. Out to shallow left field for a single. A runner on base for Phil Ardill. Phil with a bunt single in the first innings, scoring 2 runs on some errors. In throwing from the Vikings. Let's see if Phil can keep this going. And another bunt, moving Jet Watson over. And there's no one at home at first base again, very late. Cameron Stewart doing a good job to get to the ball. But unfortunately for the Vikings, no one at home. That's 2 bunt singles. Some good baseball there by Phil. Baulkham Hills with 1 out. Runners on 1 and 2. Hayden Purchase up at bat. Aggressive swing, fouls one off to the right-hand side. Hayden with 2 hits this game. Single to 9. And that sinking line drive to the second baseman. The slower pitch delivery misses inside. And a sinking line drive into left centre field. Jet Watson holding up on second base. Probably a wise thing to do. That's 3 hits for Hayden today. An excellent outing. Runners now on 1, 2 and 3, 1 out. Jeremy Bylighter up at bat. Jeremy called out on strikes his first at bat. Wasn't happy with that one. Drives the ball. Into shallow left field. Taken for a catch. That's 2 away. Jet Watson unable to do anything there on third base with that ball just dropping in very shallow. Grant Stevenson coming up to bat after taking over in right field, ending the innings. Sees a breaking ball for a strike. Good swing there by Grant, fouling back. That drops in. Unfortunately, the first baseman couldn't quite corral that ball. Just chipped down the first baseline. Three players converging on a very difficult play to make, though. And Grant gets on base, scoring 2 runners with 2 out. All the runners were moving very quickly. Hayden Purchase ends up at third base. Runners 1 and 3, 2 out. Rowan Wood takes a ball high. Just giving Baulkham Hills a little bit of extra insurance on that one. Rowan being very patient here. No need to rush these things. Rowan with an excellent batting average of .458 at the moment this season. Inside out's that one. Puts the ball on the ground past the second baseman, scoring Hayden. Adding another run to the total. Taking it to 7-3. Chris Ings seeing a ball down. Baulkham Hills feeling a little confident right now, I'm sure. With that time limit ticking closer. Two balls now on Chris. Runners on 1 and 2. Takes a strike. Takes another one, top of the zone. Nice and patient. No need to rush. Sees a ball down, work the count to 3 and 2. Nicely done. Two out, runners will be on the move. Once he's in his lined up, they're going. And a ball on the ground and through. And Josh Bramley, the third base coach, sending Grant Stevenson across the plate with the throw coming in wild. Once again, some very good base running by Baulkham Hills, with Rowan following that runner through. Chris scoring a run. Runners now on 1 and 3. Vikings have made a fielding change. The second baseman, Ross Bailey, has come to the bench, and Katsu Yamanaka has gone into second base. Just a small change. Baulkham Hills very much in control of this game right now. Score at 8-3 with Cody Packer up at bat. Taking a strike. Two strikes on Cody. Just lifts the ball. Lifts the ball. Runners going. Taken out in left field to end the innings. Not before Baulkham Hills score another 4 runs to put the game out of reach as it's called by the home plate umpire. Thank you very much for being with us today. A very good win by Baulkham Hills, a very strong win. Interesting to see how the standings are after this game. Thanks for being with us. We look forward to having you on for second grade very shortly.